How now, brown cow? She sells seashells by the seashore. Okay. Hey guys, it's Brittany with Eating Elephants, and today I'm going to start a series that is going to be about my journey to and then through grad school, and again getting all of the licensures and certifications and everything that I need to get into my career. So if you didn't watch my last video, I am going for a master's of social work with a clinical concentration so that I can be a therapist. And I said that I was only applying to one school, and I want to go further into detail about why, because that is a dumb decision by all accounts. But let me tell you why. Last year, 2020, in about October, probably about October, I started to think about grad school. I thought to really want to decide if I'm going to go for grad school this year, 2021, or if I'm going to wait, take a gap year, and try to go in 2022. So what I started to do is look into the requirements for applications and everything I would have to do to get into grad school. And one thing was the GRE, the Graduate Record Exam, which is like a entrance exam for grad school. So I was like, okay, I can do that. I've done, I hate standardized tests, but I know I can do it. So what I did was I got the Princeton Review GRE prep book for 2021, and I got the Kaplan GRE flashcards. And I've looked through it. I watched a lot of videos on GRE content on YouTube, of course, because YouTube is my jam. And I realized that I have some severe weaknesses when it comes to that test. So I have two. One is math. I am not very good at math, okay? I have not taken a math class since 2014, and I avoid math like the plague, okay? I do not like math. I would have to basically teach myself the math for the GRE from scratch, from the beginning, basically. No doubt I can do it. It would just take me time. And then the second weakness that I have is spelling. So I speak well, I write well when it comes to the content of the writing, but I am not a strong speller. I don't really know why that is. I know part of it is because English does not really make sense grammatically, or not grammatically, but like phonetically. You just kind of have to memorize how things are spelled with English, because nothing is spelled how it sounds, and all of the rules when it comes to phonetics in English just have so many exceptions that it can't even really be called a rule to me. So like I said, spelling is a weakness for me, and I think it's a weakness for a lot more smart and educated adults than we would like to admit. But y'all know I ain't ashamed to admit much of anything. I am real with y'all. I am not a good speller. So, and you do have to write 2, I think, essays for the GRE, and there's no spell check. So yes, I knew those 2 things I was going to have to work on, and then just studying for the rest of the test as well, because I'm not saying I'm going to like ace the other parts of the test and then, as long as I work on math and spelling, then I'm going to be great. Like, no, this is, this test, you got to do well on it if you're going to be competitive and get into grad school. So, once I saw that I was going to be one of those people who's going to take months rather than weeks to study for the GRE and be able to do well, I knew I wanted to give myself time to take it at least twice before the applications for the schools I wanted to apply to were due. So I looked at application deadlines, and they were too soon. I was not going to have enough time to study for the GRE and do well. At that time, my kids weren't in school, so they were here all day. I was trying to work. I was trying to run my business. I was trying to take care of the kids, and I was trying to finish school. So I knew at least through December, I was not going to have time to study. So I just knew I wasn't going to have enough time. So I decided I was just going to table grad school. I was going to try for the fall 2022 semester and spend that gap year studying for the GRE, and to, take a little break as well after finishing my bachelor's, and then study for the GRE. By the way, I finished my bachelor's in December, and I started thinking about, was I going to do grad school or not in around October. So when I made that decision to table grad school, try for 2022, that decision did not sit well with me at all. I just I laid in bed at night thinking about grad school. I stayed up nights watching videos about people who are in grad school, watching videos about tips for how to, good habits to have in grad school. Like, I was just grad school obsessed. Okay. I just wanted to research things about grad school. I went to bed thinking about grad school. I woke up thinking about grad school. While I sat down eating, I was thinking about grad school. I could not get grad school out of my mind. And it sent me into a little bit of a depression, which I already have clinical depression. But, even when you have clinical depression, just in general, you can have periods of situational depression where something that has happened in your life pushes you down a little further than you usually are. So that's where I was. And so I was like, wow, I this isn't sitting well with me. Like, I can't go through with this decision. So I prayed and I thought and I talked to a few people who I love. And what me and God and the people who I love came up with was, how about I apply for one school that didn't require the GRE, and that I know is a newer kind of program. It's not a newer program. The school is very established, but it's a new location for that school. So they're really recruiting for this location. So I knew my odds would be better there. And the reason that's important is because with them not requiring a GRE, I don't have any way to make myself look better besides my essays and my transcripts, which my GPA is not very good. Because if you didn't watch my last video, I was academically suspended from school twice while I was with my abusive ex-husband. And I also had 2 babies within that time period, 2 babies in 2 years. And just the violence and the beatings and the pregnancies and just the trauma, it just took so much out of me. And I wasn't really doing my work is what happened. So because of that, even though I did come back up and I did start doing well and I did get my degree, I just didn't have enough time and enough classes left to bring my GPA up very much. So my GPA is not stellar. So I needed my chances to be higher some way. So I didn't feel like I had zero chance and I was just throwing my net into empty water. So I did apply to that one school, no GRE requirements, and it's a newer location. So they're trying to get students in, and I feel good about that. So I should have heard from them this past week, but as y'all probably know, Texas had a situation where we had kind of a snow apocalypse, and our energy situation is very political and money focused. So a lot of people went without power and a lot of people went without water as well for about a week. So I'm not surprised that they didn't get to me this week. They didn't get my decision letter to me this week because Texas pretty much shut down for a few days there. But I'm just waiting, and as soon as I know if I'm in or not, y'all will know. So basically I need to know, because either I'm going to start getting ready for grad school, which is getting my routine together, getting my self-care routine together, getting the kids routine together, getting just a routine together for taking care of the house and everything, because I need those routines to be down pat so I can lay grad school on top of it and it'll be more of a smoother transition. But if they do not accept me, I will be getting ready for the GRE and getting ready to apply to do the thing properly in 2022, which is take the GRE and then apply to several schools. Probably 4 or 5, and then maybe a couple of online schools sprinkled in there to cast my net a little further. So that is why I made the probably not so wise on the outside decision to only apply to one school. It's because I was going to apply to no schools, and my brain just wouldn't, and my heart honestly just would not let me do that. So either way, if they let me in or not, I'm cool. I just really kind of want to know at this point, am I studying for the GRE, or do I get to have a giveaway or something to give away this book? Like, what's it gonna be? So as soon as I know, y'all will know. Like I said, I hope y'all are having a great winter. Spring is coming, and I believe this coming spring is going to be a lot better time for us than last spring and summer, for sure. I'm looking forward to that. So I'm gonna get out of here. This is the start of hopefully a really long and beautiful journey for me that I'm going to share with you guys when it comes to getting my education and starting my career. Thank you guys for supporting me. And how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Bye bye.